Battlefield 6 is sadly becoming one of those games where every update feels like it fixes one problem and somehow creates three brand new ones. After putting a lot of time into the game, I've noticed a big majority of issues, some new, and some that have been here since launch. So today, I want to break down everything that's actively hurting Battlefield 6, so make sure to stay until the end of the video to find out. Let's get into it. Let's start with the biggest one, hit registration. If you've played Battlefield 6 for more than a few hours, you've probably experienced this. You empty a whole clip on someone and they're magically alive with barely any hit marks. Meanwhile, they shoot you once and you immediately die. Now, at first, I thought it could be connection issues, maybe lag, but after seeing the high amount of complaints and people it's been affecting, it's pretty damn obvious that this is a game side issue. Now, does this happen every single gunfight? No, of course not. But the fact that it happens at all in a competitive shooter game like Battlefield, it's unacceptable, man. Gunfights should be about positioning and aim, not crossing your fingers and hoping that the server agrees with you. And the worst part about all of this is that when you lose a fight like that, it doesn't even feel like you got outplayed, it just feels like the game robbed you. Moving on to number 2, this next issue might be connected to hit registration, which is dying behind cover. I want you guys to simply close your eyes and envision this. You're sprinting for cover, bullets are flying past you, you clearly made it behind the wall for cover, and then boom, you're dead. I've unfortunately been a victim of this countless times. It's like the bullet just curves mid-air and tracks you down. Like, it's honestly ridiculous. Now, whether it's server issues or delayed hit detection, it completely breaks the game and makes positioning feel pointless. Another big problem right now is sun glare. On certain maps, if you're facing towards the sun, the screen gets so washed out that you literally can't see enemies. It feels less like realism and more like getting flashbanged just for looking in a certain direction. This happens a lot on open maps and objectives, and it turns gunfights into a guessing game instead of a skill-based fight. Instead of adding immersion, the glare actually hurts visibility and makes the gameplay frustrating. Now, this has been somewhat fixed since the drop of the game, but I've personally still have had instances where it's still affecting my gameplay. Now, let's talk about one of the most annoying bugs in the game, which is aim sight issues. The first problem is the scope overlay bug. Sometimes after exiting vehicles, you get stuck with a scope and overlay for the entire match. Dying doesn't fix it, respawning doesn't fix it. The only fix is leaving the match entirely. Now, after doing some research, the bug seems to happen when someone in your squad is using the laser designator in manual or binocular mode. And this is crazy to even think about because that means someone else's actions in your team can break your own game. This also tends to happen with the thermal scope overlay randomly popping up. Now, the second problem I've noticed with the sights is random blurriness. Mid-fight, your optic sight becomes literally unusable, sometimes for a few seconds, sometimes for the entire round. And the solution is sadly the same as before. Having to die or leave the game just to remove a visual bug should never be a part of a game, period. Number 5, map spacing. When it comes to the maps, sizing and spacing have been the biggest concerns. We've known Battlefield to have the biggest maps, but for some reason they struck out with Battlefield 6. Capture points are way too close together, and the spacing makes everything feel cluttered and chaotic. Instead of large flowing battles, it often feels like constant chaos with no breathing room. My thought process on why they might be doing this is most likely to appeal to the fast-paced, close-quarter players rather than the traditional Battlefield fans. Number 6, team balancing. After playing for quite some time now, I've been noticing the matches have been finishing relatively quickly compared to what we're used to. Back in the Battlefield glory days, Conquest matches would last between 30 to 45 minutes. Now I feel like they last 10 to 15. That is way too short for my liking, and I feel like the main cause of this has to do with them not balancing the teams correctly, resulting in one side demolishing the other. Not only that, but when a match is over, they load up a new game with a completely new group of people. Like, what's the point of kicking everyone out after a great match with a full server just to make players wait another 2 to 5 minutes for a new matchmaking session? Like, I don't understand why can't the same group of players simply stay together and load into a new map? Like, what is so difficult about implementing that? All of this leads to the match being over relatively quickly and not getting the real Battlefield experience. They've also been changing the bleed count rate when holding objectives, which has caused a big impact as well. Both teams need a fair fight when playing, so I'm hoping this is something they look into moving forward. Quick mid-video shout out to Echo04 for finding last video's hidden character. For this one, there's going to be a character from the Batman hidden throughout the clips. Same rules apply. First to comment down below the name of that character with the correct timestamp gets a shout out on the next video. And if you're new to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out. Let's get it. Another issue that's hurting the game is the challenge system. This game has too many tasks that need to be focused on, and too many players are focused on completing challenges instead of actually playing the objective. It ruins teamwork and it ruins the flow of the game. Now, I personally just play the game and don't really pay any attention to the challenges, but I can surely see the effect it does on those players who do. Timed challenges makes this even worse because players are rushing to get it done instead of helping their team win. If challenges had no time limit, players could just play naturally and unlock things over time. I believe that this would be a much better system in terms of doing it. It would encourage teamwork instead of selfish gameplay. One of the biggest problems with Battlefield 6 is the open weapon system. Letting every class use any weapon completely destroys what it means to play a class. You've got players sitting in the back of the map sniping all game, but they're running the support class. Why? Because now they can heal themselves, resupply their own ammo, and never rely on their team. At that point, why even have classes to begin with? Battlefield used to be about teamwork and role identity. Now it's just pick whatever class you want and whatever gun you want, because apparently that's just how it is nowadays. That's causing players to lose faith in what classes are even supposed to be about. Older Battlefield games forced you to make trade-offs. You gained something, but you have to give something up. Battlefield 6 completely removes that. Number 9, assist counts as kill. This is one that makes absolutely no sense. Like, why even show assist counts as kill if it doesn't actually add a kill to the scoreboard? I feel like it's there for absolutely no reason. If someone deals 80 to 90% damage to an enemy and someone else does the final blow to kill them, both players work together to neutralize that threat. I think it's pretty reasonable that both players get that kill towards their stats. This has been going on since the drop of the game, and I'm actually surprised it hasn't been addressed yet. Now, I do believe that we do get the quote-unquote score of a kill, but not the actual kill count itself that goes to our stats, which at the end of the day is just plain old stupid. Number 10, skins. Now, I've been seeing mixed reviews when it comes to the skins. One side is absolutely furious about them, and the other could care less. I personally find this topic to be a bit overdramatic. I mean, sure, some of the skins they dropped are a bit too bright colored compared to the rest, but I don't think it's something to cry home about. I've never really been one to use skins too much, so I doubt I'm going to start now, but I encourage anyone from the opposing team to go right ahead and use them. Anything to make you stand out and make it easier for me to take you out, I'm all for it. But all in all, the skins topic has been controversial when it comes to Battlefield 6. My verdict is, when we start seeing Ninja Turtles fighting freaking, I don't know, SpongeBob, then we can start getting upset. Number 11, main menu. The visual design of the main menu isn't all that great. The menu uses too many large tiles, animations, and promotional elements, making it feel busy and distracting instead of clean and functional. Events, skins, and challenges take up way too much space, making the menu feel more like an ad page rather than a player-focused menu. This is Battlefield, not Netflix. I shouldn't have to navigate through so many screens to find and play a simple game of conquest. They need to realize that less is more. They don't need to overcomplicate things. Not only that, but with so many new game modes that they're constantly adding, it moves everything in the main menu around, which causes me to have no muscle memory on how to find anything. A simple and cleaner vertical list would easily fix this issue. I do want to make this point clear. This video isn't about bashing Battlefield 6 at all. I'm simply pointing out real issues because I actually want the game to be better. There's a solid foundation here, and fixing these problems would make a huge difference. And that's pretty much it, guys. A quick video on the current state of Battlefield 6 and everything that needs to be worked on. What do you guys think? Did I pretty much address all the issues? Or was there something else I left out? Let me know down below. Lastly, make sure to subscribe to the channel, guys. Would really mean a lot, trying to hit that 1K mark. And actually, we're less than 100 subscribers away from hitting that goal, so let's keep at it. But that's pretty much it for this video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And like always, make sure to be back for the next one. Peace.